Hi, everybody. So I know I'm doing this live, and I know there's no one watching us right now. And when people get in, yeah, it'll be one of the things. So I'm just going to give it a few seconds, and then I'll get into what's going on. But I want to say happy 2-4. It's the as most Canadians are calling it, beer year. 2-4. Package of 24 can bottles. It's just a thing. I know. I've been hearing the commercials a lot. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. To anyone that's watching this after it's come up, thank you so much for signing on. I do appreciate it. So I'm doing a live stream just because I can't seem to get my words together in video, or else I would have put this live on video and just talk about a few things. So January and February are probably my worst months as trying to get video out here. The only reason for that is, number one, I'm busy, like super busy. January got birthdays. February got even more birthdays. It just becomes like boom, boom, boom. So if you guys are wondering why that video was so weird and was somewhat on the fly, it was recorded on the fly. I didn't really have much time to actually come up with an idea, but I knew I had to get something out there so you guys had something, knowing that I was still around, that I'm still going to be doing videos. And yeah, I wanted to be out there and do some videos for you guys and just put it out there, that yeah, I'm still around, I'm still doing stuff, and yeah, I'm still here. So yeah, it's been kind of a tough couple months. It's during this time of year I usually get depressed. This year, not so much. This year I kind of rolled with the punches, kept busy, and I actually got through this month, January, pretty well. And February is just turning out to be a banger of a month. So I'm hoping to get another video recorded for you guys soon because I got a lot of stuff to review. I bought it in November, and I just haven't had time to even do a video about this stuff. I know I covered a little bit that I bought, like a whole bunch of new toys, and that I'm going to be reviewing them soon. It's just been busy. Yeah. And yeah, don't worry. You don't have to worry about me or anything like that. I'm not going through any type of weird depression or anxiety or anything like that. And I know a lot of people were kind of a little concerned about my disappearance. And yeah, I just want to say, guys, don't worry. I'm okay. It's just been crazy. I mean, I haven't had a month or even a year like this in a long time where I'm like constantly on the go. And to tell you the truth, I'm kind of enjoying it, actually, more so than ever before. Yeah, I got events going on. I got family events going on. I got everything going on. And I'm not feeling stressed out or anything like that. It's just been so busy. Plus, I've gotten into a new thing, which is nothing to do with 3D printing, but it's something that's near and dear to my heart. So before I got into 3D printing, I was really into movie collecting, really hardcore movie collecting. And when I mean movie collecting, I mean I bought tons of Blu-rays and tons of DVDs back in the day because I used to work for a movie store. So, buying movies was kind of my thing. And to tell you the truth, I actually enjoyed the hunt. And this comes into another point that, I'm kind of a little upset about, is that Best Buy's gotten out of the game of media. And what do I mean by that? They're getting rid of physical media completely. And I really do think that's a kind of a loss for us. And I do mean that in the most way. So, in the last couple of months, when there wasn't that much going on, I kind of dove back into another realm of physical media. As you can see behind me, see all that? That's physical media right there. We're talking video games, music, movies. Yeah, I was a big movie collector, big game player. Like I got right there the Sega Dreamcast. An Xbox. There's a Saturn. Not Saturn. Oh boy, Genesis, Xbox, PS2. Well, the Xbox 360 that is. And down here, what you can't see, this little black thing, Neo Geo AES. So yeah, big into gaming. Always have, always will be, and it will continue to be. Because come on, man, what's not fun than hang with a few of your friends, pull out some controllers, turn on that TV, and just game and just go geek out on some good video games. You know, before the days of you had to download patches before you could play a game. Good Lord, I hated that time of year. You know, it's like I understand, you know, games go out broken, but I mean, come on, enough is enough. Game companies, if you're listening, we want games that work. Please. I don't want to have to download a day one patch just so I can play a game while I wait for the game to download and then get the patch. And that happens a lot more than you think. If you ever play video games nowadays, you know what I mean. You download the game into your unit and all of a sudden there's a patch. Ugh. Or B, like me, I go out to the store, pick up the game. I don't have one near me. But I'll pick up the game, put it in my system, load it up, and then when it says, are you able to play? I hit A button, stand by for download patch. Oh. I hate those days. But to the people that are watching, thank you for joining us. So, like I said, I got into movie collecting again. 4K, amazing quality. And I've been picking up lots of 4Ks. I'm a sucker for a good steelbook like this one, The Raid. This is the Redemption. What's nice about the Redemption, it has the original music from the original Raid. So that's kind of cool. Knowing the Xbox and PlayStation, it's like I always been the computer user. Don't like. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can understand that. Yeah, I know. But I do miss the 80s. Yeah. When I was making games rather than playing them. Exactly. I understand that, TK. 100%. I do remember the good old days of playing video game. That's what I'm saying. Like, I still enjoy it. I enjoy that, you know, I understand what the programmers go through and the work that they have to do to make these games. I've always been a fan of the people that do the work. You know, and yeah, and I understand the PC master race. Don't get me wrong. Why do you think my computer looks like a freaking one you would see in a store? You know, with the mechanical keyboard, and my system looks like a freaking light box. There it is, right there. So I understand the gamers and the programmers and everything else. Trust me. I deal with enough of them already. Let me just readjust my camera there. Sorry about that, guys. Just thought I would go back and show you guys. Yeah, but I do miss the 80s. The 80s were fun. Back in the day. Yeah. I do agree with you on that one. But you know what? I'm a controller freak. I love my controllers too, so that's just me. Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from too. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. And, you know, they would just keep the original, no flashy new, this and that, etc. I agree with you 100%. Wing Commander 3 is one of those games I'm actually happy with what they did. So they went back, they took the video out of Wing Commander 3 and then updated it for newer hardware, which was kind of a nice little thing because then the window would be this small on a big screen. So I'm kind of happy they did that at least. But I do understand what you mean. You don't want to see them alter the game and add new files and everything. I agree with you 100%. But anyways, as I was saying, like I said, I'm a sucker for a good steelbook. But I'm also a sucker for a really good set. Like this thing, the Conan Chronicles. You got Conan the Destroyer and Conan the Barbarian. Barbarian better than Destroyer, granted, but it's a classic 80s, you know, chopping movie. Yeah. And what I love about what's coming out with these new boutiques. And hang on a second here. Hey Andy, how you doing? And then back in the day, you could spend 6 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I agree with you right there. And Andy's here. Hey Andy, how you doing? So yeah, and as I was getting into this, what I love about the new media and everything else is they're making these type of books. So you can read a synopsis about how the movie was. You get all the nice little pictures. I don't want to fold this open so it gets wrecked, but I read it. It's nice to read how these movies get created and all the extras and such. Especially the Conan set, which I really do enjoy, actually has a recordings of um, the director and also writer. Who was it? Oliver Stone, I think, wrote this, or if I'm correct. He had a part in this. And you get here on Schwarzenegger talk about the acting they had to do in this. It's a ball. I'm just saying. Like, if you're into movies and you like a good movie, this is worth picking up. 4K too. Yeah, I've been getting into 4K collecting, and I got a whole junk load of 4Ks over here. Stuff that usually nobody knows about, and everybody's going, I didn't know they put out that in DVD or 4K or Blu-ray. So, yeah. It's another thing I'm thinking of getting back into. But, hang on. More messaging here. Better than. Yeah, games were cheaper. 100%. I mean, I just picked up a couple of video games for the Switch because I have one. Sometimes I like a little bit of, playing on the controller. Other times I like to go over and pick up, you know, a keyboard and just play on the keyboard. But what's interesting is I have to agree with you about games being cheap again. I picked up two games that should have been $69. They're $79 now. I mean, Diablo. They want $110. I was like, for what? The game? And you get an extra couple of things? Wow. Like, that's insane. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get the. Like, I am a physical media fan, and I'll say it for one reason only. Because digital, you do not own. I don't know how many times I have to say this to people. And people freak out when they say, what? I don't own the game? So, Sony or any of these guys can take your games away that are digital. It's really a pain, when you think about it. Yeah. It was fun. I remember cartridge. Don't get me wrong. Piracy. Yeah. Don't you know you're a pirate? You're going to just put, like, even 4Ks, okay? There is so much copy protection on 4K. The thing I'm going to take this, make multiple copies and sell them out on a pic. Going to put out a blanket. I'm going to sell these things. Like, make multiple copies of these. Give me a freaking break. Companies are getting a little bit paranoid. But, yeah. But I like to buy physical media now. I've gone back into physical media. I got room to collect it. The problem is collecting it and where you're going to put it. That is a problem. And I'll be the first one to say, I personally don't care how you get your stuff. As long as you're happy with it, that's fine. But I would prefer people to buy their stuff because we know it can all be taken away in a blink of an eye. But get back on the topic. Yeah. So I've been collecting stuff again. I have a whole set of videos coming out soon that's going to be talking about Clipper installation. Yeah, huge problem. Huh? Exactly. 100%. I can't disagree with that. I want my money's worth too. I agree. And that's why I still collect old games. I mean, let me turn this off for a second here. With old games, we don't have to download constantly. I'm actually right now in the process of getting my Dreamcast here, GMDU'd. So that means it's all on the memory card and save the laser, you know, so that if I ever want to convert it back, I can. But at the same point, I think to myself, well, you're making it future proofed so you can enjoy some of the games. And I was thinking to myself, well, if I got it set up, I should stream it. So I'm buying more components so I can make it, so I can stream it on Twitch or do some videos on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, hey, thanks for subbing on Twitch. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. You know, I'm not asking for you to hit subscribe. I'm at follow, but on YouTube it's subscribe. So you guys gotta understand. I'm working both layers here. But yeah, no, I just can't disagree with you what you're saying there, man. I agree with you 110%. Yeah, the good old days of cartridge. Like the C64. I had a cartridge Space Invaders, plug it in the back, boom, gameplay. So much fun back in the day. God. Super Nintendo when you could back up. Now this is going back to my piracy days, as they call it. But I used to have one of those blackjackers, and what it did is plugged right on top of the Super Nintendo, and then it had a disc drive right beside it, 3.5 quarter inch floppy. And you'd put the floppy in. Once it was done, pop it out, pop in the next one, pop it out, pop it in, pop it out, pop it in, and you'd have like a game on a couple of floppies. And then I would, play it via the floppy because I could do that. Saved some games, some data, everything else worth. Yeah, I remember the hacker scene on the Amiga. Yep, that was a big one. Yeah, exactly. Because let's put it this way, game preservation is not a thing. Nintendo has kind of said it. Uh, we don't even know where Sega is right now. Sega's making more new games finally. And it's like, hallelujah, thank you. Because at least Sega, I know they put a lot of effort in their games, and I hope they release this stuff on physical media. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Because it would be nice to play Shamu and have it on a disc rather than me having to import it for another kind. Well, Shamu I know is available, but I don't know if it's available to buy on disc. I don't think I've seen it on disc anywhere. But again, I haven't looked for the new Shamu game. I think they're on Shamu 3 now, if I remember correctly. I think it ties up everything, if I remember also. But I haven't seen it. I haven't played it. I've been just not been playing games lately because I've been so tired coming back from work. And that's the other thing I want to talk about is that my work is now moved to a new location. So it takes me 2 hours to commute back and forth, when beforehand it was only taking me an hour. So the bus routes changed in my area, and when we moved, it made it even worse. So it's a 2-hour commute back and forth from work. Now, right now, I am working on getting my driver's license again and, getting that done. Also, I made a decision this year. I will not be going to any shows this year. As Earth and Murph go, I'm not going to be able to do it. Even going to the Rocky Mountain, which I've been insisted on going by the creators. It's just not. I don't know. Just not anything I can do about that. That's it's so expensive to go and travel and do these shows, and this year. I'm actually saving my money. I made a plan about last year to go back to Japan for a 3-week vacation. And yeah, I'm going to be posting videos from Japan. So that's going to be part of another channel I'm working on right now with my friend. It's so the old channel I used to have, it was a podcast called the Japan Experience, where me and my friend Russ would sit down, we record an episode, and just talk about everything that's going on in Japan. Kind of like a traveler's guide without trying to be a traveler's guide, and also talk about music and other things we found interesting that's going on in Japan. And that was our whole stick, you know? We'll talk about some music, we'll talk about some things to see in Japan and everything else. And we kind of enjoyed doing that. And we stopped doing it because of everything that was going on in my life and in his life. It just became too hard for us to sit down and record. Every time we tried to record, we would be busy, and it just got nuts. Sorry, TK. I didn't notice that you posted more stuff here. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice to see. And there's more here. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Yeah, I hear you on that. I suffered some health problems too, so I was gonna get into that because people were concerned about my health. Okay, so where to start? Where to start? Okay, so beginning of 2023, I had some little bit of health issues that popped up on me. Not just this has been going on for now about a year, and we've kind of figured out what was going on during my spring and early winter. I was experiencing some weirdness going on with my drugs. My drugs were causing gas. I wasn't sleeping. There was times when I used to just wake up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, be wide awake, and I just went to bed at like 12. Yeah, that was a thing. Uh, well, we found out why my body was doing what it was doing, and it had to do with I was suffering with sleep apnea. Uh, Pretty severe. I almost died in my sleep at the sleep clinic. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They rushed a crash cart. They thought I died on in my sleep study because I didn't breathe for about good 2 minutes. Yeah. That was kind of shocking. I found that out in the fall when I had my sleep test. But they put me on a machine right away. So that was a good thing. But the other problem is that they thought, now I was having other problems though. I had a weird rash show up all over my body, which they thought may have been something else. And then we thought maybe it was an STD. Then they thought maybe it was a drug interaction. We weren't sure what the hell it was. My tests were coming up kind of weird. Cancer, which was a freaking scare of my life. Turned out it wasn't. Thank God. Man, I was flipping out because I got this weird rash showing up. I have a weird. I'm having problems. Like I was a mess during the spring, and it was just everything on top of it, and it was all linked to me not sleeping well and me waking up in the middle of the night because I'm not breathing, and then I'm wide awake again. So it was sleep deprivedness. That's now taken care of. I'm now on CPAP, which has been helping me a lot. I've been now sleeping soundly a little bit more. Still getting used to waking up and not and having the dry mouth because I left my mouth open because my CPAP unit goes up my nose and pushes air into the nostril. And yeah, I'm not on a non whatever you call it. They wanted to put me on BPOP, but my machines are made by ResMed. They're not the Philips machines that are being sued right now. Thank God. Yeah. Oh, jeez, dude. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. I hear you. I know. We're all kind of like in the same pod here, you know. But at least I'm doing better, and that's a good thing. I mean, I feel better. I'm breathing better. I'm being more active again. And it's all because of the CPAP. I'm actually more healthier than I've been in a little while. I still have the diabetes, but nothing can do about that. That is basically health issues that I was born with. So nothing I can do about it. Just keep an eye on my sugars and try to keep them low. But yeah, I got my paperwork filled out. Got to send that out to my company so I can get my Ozempic. Pain in the ass. Yeah, mine's type 2, so I have to do that. Oh damn, man. Yeah, I hear you. It's not healthy. But no, I understand where you're coming from, man. I used to I don't have nightmares, but I do wake up in piles of sweat. Like I sweated through. There's been a couple nights I've woken up. My shirt is soaked. My bedding is soaked. My whole body is wet as ever, and I just feel like I just got out of a pool. Disgustingest feeling ever. And then I'll go it up, have a shower, and then look what time it is. And usually it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I'll go downstairs. I'll fall asleep on the couch. Just because I don't want to get back into a wet bed. Yeah, and next I just want to get my sleep so I can go to work the next day. But there have been times where I just called work and said, "Yeah, I'm not coming in. I'm not feeling great," and they're like, "Okay, see you tomorrow. See you when you get back." And it's just get back, go and work the next day. It's just like, oh, yeah, been there. I've had dreams like that. Been there, and yeah, it's not fun. I hear you, man. I feel for you. I really do. Yeah, beta blockers are good. You might want to also look at something like that will calm you before going to bed. I've started. There's teas out there. I know that they do help. Sometimes when I'm stressed out, I have to drink one of those teas, and it helps me calm down and relax and smooth everything out before I go to bed. Or else I'll just have those horrible, walking to work naked type dreams. Those were horrible back in the day when I used to have those dreams. And then I had another job that almost drove me over to the edge of suicidal. Yeah, that's another thing I was dealing with. So if you don't know, I did suffer with depression and anxiety disorder. It's been kind of marked on it. Don't get it done that much anymore. Thank you, Lord. But once in a while, I'll feel the anxiety, and I will get really uptight, and my mind will go to different places. And yeah, One company I worked with, this is going back even before I started with the company I'm with now. It's a call center work. The second year I was there, I had a lot of suicide thoughts. Wouldn't it be great to just jump out the window right now? There's a window right there. Hey, I can jump out of there. Or, wouldn't it be great if I bring in a gun and bring in some C4 to blow up the whole place? Yeah, those were thoughts that ran through my mind every so often. It is what it is. I'm happy I'm no longer with that company. They wanted us to be robots. They wanted us to tell the person, your amount is, thank you for calling, goodbye. Robot. 100%. That's what they wanted from us. But they wanted to have the human touch, but they wanted to be a full robot. Like almost like AI. I never understood that company. Yeah. So there were days when I wanted to jump out a window, wanted to take out the whole building. Thought, hey, let's bring in a gun and let's blow up everybody. Yeah, that was not a good zone I was in at the time, and I'm glad I'm no longer there. That's all I can say. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I hear you. And I'll just put the next part here. Thanks. I appreciate it. So, Adibus. Yeah, no, I haven't been on as much. Great to see you back again, dude. Yeah, I know. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitch as much anymore. Just haven't been. I've been so busy with my real life, like outside of Twitch. But I do appreciate you coming in, and that's an announcement I should make right now since I got a Twitch viewer on here. I am going to be doing some more Twitch stuff. Channel jumping between these two channels, between the Canadian Maker Project on YouTube and Canadian Maker Project on Twitch. I'm going to be doing some dual streaming again. I got a printer I need to build. So that's going to be a live stream. I'm hoping to do this on Wednesdays, but don't take my word for it yet. TV season starting up again. New shows are coming out. And I guess I can talk about it. I've been kind of working on TV shows as an extra. So I got a couple gigs that come out that just popped up, and they're like, "Oh, we need a couple extras," and they look at you and they go, "You, yeah, you, come here." It's like, "Oh, okay, oh, whatever." Walk up and they go, "Yo, we need someone like you. Do you have a? Are you?" And then I have to tell them I'm Actra, and they go, "Oh, you're on Actra. Cool, perfect." You get and then you get the list and you look through it and you just sign the paperwork and you're in the show for a few minutes and then you're off the show. And usually it's about an hour or so whatsoever. Wait, there's a life outside Twitch. Oh, man, you made me laugh. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a life after Twitch. But no, I've been on a couple TV shows that are filming in Toronto because they're getting ready to restart the TV season. So there's that too going on. There's a lot going on in my life. And because I have the actor license, because I've been on a couple movies and a couple TV shows already, that I have the hours and I handed in the extra paperwork and they got it. So I'm not an actor by any chance of the imagination. I do not want to be an actor. Never wanted to be an actor. I just get chosen to do scenes. It's like I go over there, I go watch it because I enjoy the art. I enjoy the production, the work that's involved. You have no idea how much work is involved in a TV show. Even I never knew that. And movies and everything else. I love it. It is such an amazing thing to be part of. And I've been casted once or twice for shows, and it's just extra work. It's just they needed another person to be there. I was actually approached by a team of writers that were working on a show. I can't go into it, but they wanted to use me as an actor. And I'm like, nope, don't want it. And they didn't understand why I don't want to be part of the show. It's like, I want to be a nobody. I feel like I'm nobody. I don't want to be a big star. I don't want to be a TV star. I just want to be part of it, enjoy it, and then be gone with it. And it's just because I've been in so many movies now, I have to pay for an actor license. But it's done. I got the form filled out. I'm in ACTRA because of the hours I put into playing a body. So hang on a second. This is what I was just saying. Yeah, we play a corpse. But hey, that's what's also put out here. Yeah. Special. Yeah. How's the emphysema going for you? Are you able to get back into resin printing? Oh, we got someone else here. Hey there, Ron. Okay. This is Ron. Okay. Hi. How you doing? So yeah, no. Has the emphysema clear? Have you still able to do resin or not resin anymore? Yeah, laser cutting. Laser is fun. Um, I've done a lot of laser. We sell a lot of laser work, laser stuff, and right now, my company's involved in building something else now, which I'm excited about, but I'm not part of that team, and I don't care. I'm happy to be out of the team on that one because that's not my expertise. Though, to be honest, and none of that is in my expertise, but running their print farm is what I do. I love it's a chat 3D Wolf. Oh, okay. Cool. So, because we got Twitch viewers here. So, yeah, back in the day before he passed, yeah. My God, that brings me back. Yeah. Good Lord. That's going way back. Trying to think. Wolf. I know Wolf. Yeah, I think you mean Wiley, or are we talking about someone else? Just making sure. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're getting you do a lot of printing still, but you're now into lasers. Ah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, lasers and using a CNC. Now that's kind of funny because I work for a company that builds CNC machines as a hobby. Uh, okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was talking to the right. Yeah, now I remember who you are. Yeah. Oh man, lost too many friends I've lost in the printing. You know. Oh, okay, that's who you are. Okay, okay. How you doing, Ron? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, long time no see. I agree. It's been too long. Uh, yeah, I agree with you, man. 100%. So let me pull up the company I work for. And we do a lot of videos right now, so YouTube videos, everything else. And yeah, you might have not seen this, but I recently got hacked. Well, it wasn't a bad hack. Unfortunately, I was lucky enough. Uh, I spent a little bit of money and decided to secure my site a little bit better. I don't have it in front of me right now, but somewhere around in this room. I know that. Have you guys ever heard of YubiKey? If you're a YouTuber, you should really look at getting a YubiKey. What is YubiKey? YubiKey protected me from getting hacked. the YubiKey is a device that will take your video, will take your password and everything, and encode it to a key. And then if you do any changes to your YouTube, you pick up the YubiKey, pop it in your computer, it's a USB key, and hackers can't get past the YubiKey passcode security system. It is very interesting how it does it. And if I need to get back into my system, all I do is I take my YubiKey, plug it in, boom, back. And it's handy because when I had the hackers try to get into my account, they actually hacked my original account, my own original email, and all my other stuff. So as soon as I saw it go live, as soon as I got kicked out, I whipped out my key, tapped it on my phone, and I logged into Google Analytics, my Google account, slapped my key on my phone. It opened it back up. I went in, changed my password immediately, revoked all tokens, and I was back in. And they weren't able to get in. Somehow my token got put on the black web and it was sold. They didn't get far though because the YubiKey. But YubiKeys are very handy. They're hardware key basically. So let me first show you what I was going to show you guys. I want to share screen. Can I share that? Yes. Okay. Share. Okay. It's not the way I wanted it to go. Share screen. Okay, so this is the company I work for, CNC Labs. We make CNC machines. We make laser machines. They make everything. And it's a great company. I'm working for them right now as running their print shop. And yeah, I've been into videos and everything else that they produce, so, but nothing on this side. Yeah. We also got a guy that does all our YouTube videos right now. He does a lot of this stuff, and does everything else for us. Let me show you some of the machines. The long mills are insane. Is our little CNC mill. This thing runs from 21 to 2600, and to tell you the truth, I've messed around with this already a couple times, and it's amazing. All the parts that you see here, like our dust shoe, that's me. I print those. I also print out all these little feet that you're seeing here. Right there, right there, right there, right there. When you buy it, you know you're getting part of my DNA. So maybe that may not make you want to buy it. Yes, just forget about it. That my DNA is there. Okay. But yeah, no, this is that's the long mill, and it's we got a 30 by 30, or you can get a 48 by 30. Yeah, and like I said, also we do offer store the laser beam. So you get our CNC laser beam system, which is all three. Which the most of the air assist is done is a 3D print. That's what you're seeing right there. There's the fan. There's all the wiring, and plugs right into our board that we sell. You can get the Vortex Axis rotary device. And what this adds, it adds another layer. So it's your fourth axis. And what it does, it rotates back and forth so you can do intricate carving like a bat and other stuff like that. Laser wattage, I believe, is 7 watts, I want to say. There's the air assist. Yeah, all those are 3D printed. Both those are 3D printed. Let's see anything. I want to say it's 7 watts. I'm not 100% sure on the laser. So I can't be more precise. But if you want to send us an email, TK, they'll tell you. We also have G-Sender, VCarve, Carvito, Lightburn, and CamLab. G-Sender is our own program for for CNCs, but it allows you to have easy control of your CNC. So if you're looking for a way to make sure that you get your G code right and everything else, you can give it a shot for our dashboard. 10 watt and 40 watt at the moment. Yeah, we're working on. I can't really say what we're working on right now because I'm not allowed. I'm not part of it, but I believe the video has come out from us. Let me have a look. If we drop the video, then I can share it with you guys. Okay. I'm just looking for the video where we talk about it. Let's see here. Okay, I don't think we've watched the video then. I don't know, like we've launched it yet. Getting back to chats. Yeah. So someone asked me, any new printers on your side? Not yet. Now, granted, I was looking at buying the A1, not the A1 Mini, the A1, from Bamboo Labs. But now there's been like a total recall. I want to wait and see what happens. That's going to be a waiting game for me. And yeah, so I'm just waiting. Looking forward to getting a hold of my CNC use laser. Nice. Yeah, I don't remember what our laser wattage is like. I think it's a 7, but I could be wrong. It could be 10. And you say you're using a 10 and a 40 watt at the moment. Nice. Yeah, I wish I could find the video so I could say what's going on. I'm not seeing your videos for laser. That's weird. Because we put out a video recently. Some laser work. Okay. Don't know what our team does, but some of these videos are weird. Trust me. Let's see if we have it here in this area. Yeah, it's not here. And our latest, one of our videos where I was talking about where we were doing the move when we first moved to our new location. There's a clip of me working in the building and just saying, "Yeah, I handle 3D printing," and that was it. And then they wanted to promote my channel. It's like, guys, you didn't have to do that, you know. Like here, the shop tour right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Okay. Pause. So this is the old shop. We're no longer there. We're at a new shop, but let me use this one here. Present. Share screen. Yeah, audio. Okay. There we go. Share. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me just remove this out of the way. Yeah, we'll look at the project in a second. Hang on 1 second here.
Andy and I have had our desks end up. You can probably remember Andy from the last video.
That's like the funniest thing at this office.
Actually, Andy's going to be showing off the 3D printer farm as well as Ron here. And I don't know how to best orient you guys, but I'm sure in the last video you remember we kind of had some like prototyping area back here, and we initially had some packing stations kind of along this line here. If you look this way, the whole wall has kind of opened up and been taken down, and we've extended out to the rest of the building in this direction. So we've got way more.
So if you didn't notice, in back here is one of our CNC'd signs. It says Spaghetti Factory. You're going to see that a little bit more closer soon.
Square footage for, you know, all the different things that we need to be doing. So yeah, let's go talk about the 3D printer. This is like the exciting part that everyone likes to see. Welcome to the 3D printing farm. This is Ron. He is the main guy that runs everything. Yeah, Ron, just like tell us what the people like to know about 3D printers.
So in the 3D printing farm, we have many different printers. We have the Prusias, the Prusia Minis, and we also have our very first printers that we started using, which was the Creality Enders 3s. The Ender 3s, you know, over time, we run them really hard. So when you run them really hard, they kind of wear out over time. So over time, we kind of had to change over from the Enders to the Prusia Minis, which have been rock solid. No complaints, really. Only odd time is odd repair, and that's about it.
Oh, actually, you can see here some of the pre-programmed stuff we do for auto-ejecting parts into bins. Is it going to push them? Oh, it's going to go back down and scrape the other one off. We've set these all up to be pretty good workhorses for doing in-house production on the part counts that are still like low quantity. You can see as well like dust shoes are being made here because that's a pretty intricate geometry for the Mark II that we still 3D print. I don't know, a lot of the print settings and stuff we've made blog posts about so that people, if they want to be like replicating what we're printing, they can kind of see. As far as like why we chose the printers that we chose, it's kind of choosing the ones that we think will run best in a print environment, and we've kind of like iterated on that over time, I would say. We used to have a lot of Anycubics. Actually, oh yeah, you can see some up there still. Those kind of broke down over time. We got some Enders after that. As Ron said, they're pretty cheap. Those started being hard to maintain. Now we got a lot of Prusia Minis and Mark IIs and stuff like that. Yeah, is there anything else that you think has changed about that print farm since the last time we showed it off?
Yeah, so we have the 3 kilogram spools. Last video,
Oh yeah.
I was trying to remember the name of the guy that we buy the filament from.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I can't remember why I can't remember his name. Oh, it's Daniel. Daniel. Okay, well, his name is Daniel, so you don't have to wait for me to stutter. But yeah, the formulation of the filament hasn't really changed, but the size of the filament has changed. So rather than doing like 1 kilogram spools and having to swap them out every kilogram, so they're now all 3 kilograms, so we can do it.
Jeez. So right there, that dragon, that's one of those 3D prints I did. It's been in the shop forever, and it's made with, I actually did that over here at the house where I live now. And yeah, just thought I would point that out, that if you guys noticed it here and were like going, what the heck is that? It's a dragon. The 3D printed, floppy dragon with a floppy wing, so all 9 yards.
Well, kilogram, they're now all 3 kilograms, so we can do it a third less of the time. Another kind of fun thing is we've made the minis taller for the dust shoes. So if you buy a standard Prusia Mini, you can't print the full height of the dust shoe. But now with the little size of the filament has changed. So rather than kilograms, so we can do it a third less of the time. Another kind of fun thing is we've made the minis taller for the...
See that little white thing on top of it where I'm showing on my mouse? Hopefully my mouse is showing in there. The little white part is that little bit extra we printed. We took the actual minis metal 30 by 30, and what we did is we copied it, and then we put it on top of the printer so that we could get that extra little bit of extra height out of them. And yes, you are seeing a Nerf dart there. We used to play in the warehouse. We do Nerf fights every so often happen, and yeah, that's one of them. And there goes my phone for some strange reason. Ugh. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was so if you see that dart, that's what else happens at our place. And yeah, TK, I'll show them in a second. So let me finish up with this video.
Dust shoes. So if you buy a standard Prusa Mini, you can't print the full height of the dust shoe. But now with the little spacer, you get an extra like 15, 20 millimeters?
It's 15.
Yeah, it's
15,
these little
so,
white guys here.
That just like lets us print just a little bit taller. Yeah, I think they're all over there.
Yeah, we'll show them the bins afterwards, but we print lots and lots of stuff. Also, in case you're wondering, Ron's so good in front of the camera because he has his own channel.
Yeah, what's your channel?
Plug your...
So I guess I'm plugging the channel. The channel is Canadian Maker Project.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Canadian Maker Project.
What I do there is I talk about 3D printing, how to repair 3D printers, how to operate 3D printers, and any type of prints that are kind of obscure. You may not want to know some tips. That's what I do on that channel.
Yeah, what's wild about it is that before Ron has ever joined our team, at one point he came around and interviewed us when we were at one of the shows showing off the original Mill 1. And then all this time later, we were like looking for a print farm operator, and suddenly it's like, oh, well, he's a good option. So
yeah, I guess I got snugged. I guess I got grabbed by these guys. So
yeah, he does a good job doing like the full-time operation of the print farm and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll show you quickly over here like some of the stuff that the print farm puts out.
Hey everyone.
Oh yeah. As you can see, like these are tons of like metal feet, for instance, that we got here. I don't even know how much these bins hold it. Oh,
480.
480. It's written on here. We've gotten a little bit more organized since the last video because we now have like printouts of all the stuff and the labeling and the quantities and stuff like that, and that helps us stay organized with doing the BOM, like changing our stock size as we kind of go through and ship machines. Yeah, the great thing about how we set up the printers is for the most part, they don't have much stringing left over. They don't have any like elephant footing or anything like that. So for the most part, this is kind of like how they come off the machine, and we don't really need to tweak them a whole lot after that. And so they can just be packed right up and shipped out. And you can also see that with the new Mark II design that we don't have as many printed parts left over anymore. To be honest, a lot of the printed parts are now things for the laser or the 48-inch version of the machine, because those kind of have, for instance, like adaptions that we need to older versions of the machine, where the amount of people buying like the adaptions for the older version of the machine is not quite as much. And so printing them off is just like the most economical way to go. Yeah, the cool thing about the printer farm, I would say, as like a summary to it, is just because people always ask, and I think even last time we filmed the video, people asked, why do you guys even have a print farm, or why are you guys printing stuff off? Because you're a big company, so you should just be doing injection molding or some other manufacturing process. And to be honest, well, this is one thing we didn't cover, is the printers we still have around the same that we had in the last video. And we found the reason for that is like the quantity of about 30 to 40 printers is like the upper limit, where if you're finding that parts are taking up 30 to 40 printers in your day-to-day printing process, that means that they've now reached the point where it becomes more cost-effective to manufacture them another way. Whether that be turning them into metal parts, like sheet metal or aluminum milled or injection molded or something else. And so that's the reason why we still have the print farm, because what it does is it enables us to kind of make iterations and have more flexibility when we're coming out with new designs that might be starting off in lower quantities, or as I was pointing out for the parts down here, they're like adaptations to the older Mark I version of the machine, which we know we're going to sell those adaptations maybe like 100 total. And so we can kind of print them off, have them in a bin. When people order them, we can fulfill them. But if we're moving up higher and higher quantities, as we're sort of getting there with the feet, then we can transition that over to something else. So that's what's really cool. It gives us that flexibility. We can tune things. Also, with things like the 3D printer, it allows us to make stuff that is really hard to injection mold, like this piece here for the laser assembly. This one part that prints pretty quickly is able to do a whole lot of functions. It actually has the airflow through for the laser, or for the air assist. It holds the shielding in place to protect your eyes from the laser. It's got a slide adjustment for height. It clips onto the heatsink. It does all these different things. So I'm just going to walk down the line here and just show an outline of all of the new space we have for stations nowadays. We've got a whole like dedicated station for assembling. This is like the T-track area and the dust shoes that get assembled here. So you can see the raw ones get printed down here. And then we have completed boxes over there. We have strips of bristle and all this other stuff that gets cut to size. We got like...
I'll let you guys understand this. So stop sharing that there. That was just give you guys an idea of what we do and what my job is. My job is hard, trust me. You have no idea the other side of this. Sometimes it's I gotta check out parts, I gotta do checkups and everything else. So hang on, I want to show these two prints off because TK's asking me to do it. I hate these programs sometimes. This thing, bang user, put user in timeout, delete comment. No. Okay, looks like manually typing it in. Yeah, damn program. / IBB.co / P capital L capital J capital G capital E capital M1. Now you guys can just copy and paste. I can't. Whoa, that's some nice work there, buddy. Honestly, let's share this. Boom. It's stupid thing. Share screen. Dude, gorgeous. That's really good. Is that done with laser or wood carving? Or did you do it with a laser to make the wood carving? Just curious. I'll wait for him reply on that one. I'll call up the other one. Both are done on 3mm plywood. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, let's pull up the other one. The IBB.co / okay, small h, capital M, capital P, Q, capital H, and okay, yeah, laser. I don't have a CNC. I use a laser to do my CNC work. Oh, okay, kind of cool, man. Oh, no, that's really intriguing. Dude, that's some great work you've done. Let me share this one because not showing you guys the other one. And that's the other one right there, people. Nice. Dude, these look great. Dude, don't knock it. These are beautiful. So there's the other one right there for you. Amazing, dude. Honestly, keep up the good work, dude. I know how hard it can be working with laser. Trust me, I know. I've done enough laser work already. I'm not good at it by any stretch of the imagination. I can't find them. Oh well. Anyways. As you guys know, I do a little bit of Etsy sales, so I've been selling my 3D prints I make of the sign. If you're an amateur radio operator, I've been doing those. Those have been really hot. And I kind of stopped that because, well, I wasn't getting any orders in. I had like 2 or 3. It was word of mouth that mostly produced the sales. But after that, it's like, things happen. But, doing that too. So that would keep me alive and keep me sane. But no, the last couple of years, I just been, this year's been a rough year. Working at work and everything else. Oh, okay. So yeah, he was using fire doors. It makes great engraving black or deep laser cutting due to the fireproof boards. Oh, hey, at least you have cats. Hey, if you can't, then you can then you can have some good barbecue. I kid, of course, but you gotta look at the bright side of stuff. Try it in charcoal. Yummy. Get some steaks out. Charcoal. Back in the day, I remember being a kid back in the day, man, and getting those charcoals and dad pouring a whole lot of what do you call it, fire starter on those things and light them on fire, and poof, big flame goes up in the air. You're like, whoa. And then you just wait for them to turn all white, and then you would put your steak on the grill. Yeah, back in the day. Oh, don't worry about it, man. I understand. Hey, TK, if you're interested, if you're gonna put your stuff up, get yourself an Instagram account. You'd be surprised how many people will go on Instagram and like your stuff. I have an Instagram account for the Canadian Maker Project. I do a lot of photography when I'm bored. Mostly my photography is of baseball games and such. But once in a while, I do see cool 3D prints, and I do post it on there sometimes. It doesn't get as much traction as my other stuff does. But if anybody else is interested, you can go find me on Instagram.com/Canadian _ maker _ project. Okay, leather coasters, guys. We're going to see some leather coasters now. Let's pull this up. As I got to manually type it again. This is one thing I do not like about. So I use a program called StreamYard. It allows me to stream on both programs. The problem is when you stream on both programs is the way it does it is so annoying that you can't see links. You got to manually type them in. Okay, let's show you some leatherwork, guys. That is beautiful, man. Laser work also, I gather, right? God, that's sick. Well, no, I'm using something called StreamYard, not Streamlab. Sorry. Yeah, that's gorgeous, dude. Yeah, so I'm using something called StreamYard. StreamYard's another way I can stream on both platforms. So it can be annoying because it doesn't allow me to take those comments and just click on them as a link, or else I would pull these up a lot sooner. That's gorgeous, dude. Yeah, actually, I went and learned a little bit of. During the pandemic, I got bored, like everyone else did, and I started learning how to do um, sewing leathers and how leathers work and everything else. So I started learning about patent leather, everything else, and started looking at. And the 90% of it is patent leather was kind of interesting. I wanted to know what the heck was it, how was it made, because it's not like any other leather. It's the way that they coat it, and they use a chemical to coat it, and it's usually attached to the vinyl. And I was reading more about that. And then I don't know what happened, but AliExpress kind of picked up on that. I was looking at this stuff. And lately it's been, my AliExpress account is screwed up to high hell. It shows me everything about women's boots. I'm like going, I don't want to look at that. I was studying leather work, and yeah, it picked up that I was looking at leathers. And now it shows me leathers, female stuff. It's like, good Lord, stupid websites. Okay, cool. So I guess I shouldn't carve into like a leather belt or anything like that. 'Cause I don't think that's vegan leather. But yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to do anything like leather or like any type of burning whatsoever, I'll be outside. I would have a vent and the whole 9 yards, have the HEPA fan, have a fan over my head to pull up all the vapors. I actually want to use an enclosure laser if I'm going to do laser work. It's just something I feel better. Yeah, exactly. As long as you have good ventilation. That's my main problem being in the basement. Don't got the ventilation. There was a time when I was going to buy a CNC machine, but there's no room for me to set it up. If there was room for me to set it up, I'd have the MK1 sitting in my basement with the laser attachment ready to go. But I don't have the ventilation down here, nor do I have the room. That's why I only have the FDM printers and not a resin printer. I like to have a resin, but resin is messy. You can agree with me on that one, right? Resin's messy because you have to take it out of the machine, put it into the wash, and then wash it, and then you have to take out the parts and then wash it again, then let it sit, then let it put the UV light on it. That part is not the problem. It's the getting it from A to wash is where it gets the messiest. Am I correct? Yeah, they can be a pain to clean. That's what I thought. Yeah. See, I don't mind resin printing. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not a big pain. I'm not a big fan of cleaning it. But once you get into the routine, it is easy. Yeah, I get that. But I have pets, and that's what I worry about the most. Them getting into the resin, when I'm not home, or the cat knocks over the resin printer, or something goes wrong. I don't want to be stuck cleaning that stuff up. Plus, also, I move stuff around all the time. So with resin, you got to be very careful the way you move it, everything. Yeah, I get it, though. It gets easy as a time. Yeah, I've heard of people doing that. Yeah, not good. Same as problem if you have with lasers when you have pets. Exactly, because they don't know any better. Yeah, fully enclosed laser if you have pets. I agree with you 100% on that one. So there you go, guys, everybody. Tips from TK. If you have pets, enclose your laser. But yeah, no, I agree with you there. Oh, and kids? Nah, you can let your kids get burned. They lose a finger or two. It's not a problem. They'll learn to adjust. I know I just lost everybody. Just kind of went, Ron. Ugh. Regrets. Oh, come on. No, honestly, guys, if you have kids, to be careful with them with the round lasers. You don't want to be like us with what we did with a laser. Should I show it? Should I? We had some fun. We took seriously. We took every damn precaution we knew about, and we just had some fun. We were being very protective of everybody. Everybody was wearing specialized equipment and everything else when we shot that video. But it's kind of funny. Um, so I'll show it to you guys right now. If you have to think, then it's a no. LOL. Okay, well, I think you're gonna get a kick out of this one, guys. Here it is. All right, here we go.
Are you tired of only being able to cut and burn stuff with your laser when it's attached to your CNC machine? Introducing the Not a Laser Gun. The Not a Laser Gun takes a super powerful laser beam system and lets you freehand carve from hundreds of feet away. Other features include popping balloons, whoa, lighting matches, laser hair removal, and lighting your barbecues. So join our initiative for world domination. Get the Not a Laser Gun today.
Yeah, and if you go to the website and you type it and you click on it, it just brings you to a video of yeah. It just basically it's a joke. We did that as an April Fool's joke, and we had a lot of comments from the team. We all kind of chipped in on there just to help it a little bit better. We have like 12 comments. One person said this coolest thing ever, impressive. I used it. My line was, no more having to use fire to clean the hairs off 3D prints. This is a game changer. Thank you, CNC Labs. And a lot of people said impressive, and they were laughing. Like a lot of comments were kind of funny. Oh, this must be an April Fool's ad. Someone figured that out. Yeah, and some guy got really upset at us for doing it. It's like, yeah, that was turned down. We had hardly any power turned down when we were doing certain scenes. But yeah, someone got upset. It's like, guys, relax. I love this line. I love your line. It's not just a normal laser pointer. Funny though. Yeah, we had some fun. We took precautions. Our guys aren't idiots. They seem rookie. Well, he's drunk. I mean, he probably didn't feel it. Okay, I'm gonna close this right now. All right, so yeah, I just want to give you guys an update. I'm still alive. I haven't gone anywhere. I plan to do more videos. I plan to put out some new content soon. I wanted you guys to know I've been busy and not to think that I have forgotten about you guys, because the last thing I want you guys to think is that, oh, he's done, he's washed up, he's not doing it anymore. No, I'm still doing the 3D printing. I'm still doing the stuff. I just don't want you guys out there saying, hey, what's happened to me and am I coming back? I'm coming back, guys. I promise you that. And if you notice my eyes kind of shift a little bit towards this way, that way, let's just say, it's only because the text is on this side and I have to look to see what's being displayed because I got this stupid thing in my face. But to be honest, this is the best way for me to talk to you guys. This microphone's been great. I love this new microphone. This is the F Deuce. The SL40. This one I have here is the USB. I bought 2 more of them, XLRs, because we use them for the podcast that we're restarting. So, yay. I'm excited about redoing the podcast, to be honest. Yeah, I've seen about. You do know I'm Ukrainian, right? Yeah, my background is Ukrainian. So try to get this just for fun. I would throw it out there since you mentioned Ukrainian. No. Is that I learned. Okay, I can read some Japanese. I'm a little rusty on it, but I can make out a lot of the characters. And I took a Japanese course about a few months back, 2023 in the fall, in the wintertime. I decided to go back and start from scratch, learning Japanese again. My counters I still suck at. There's so many dumb freaking counters. 1, 2, 3, or 1 car, 2 car, 3 car. No. It's a different system for everything. Counting people. It's different from ordering food. It's different from telling the time. And then there's just normal counters. Each, ni, san, chi, go. Like I said. And then, so ordering food, I think, is iputsu, nihu, nipu, han, sansu, shishu, gofu. Yeah, it's just. So, there's a tatsu, situvu. I can't even remember all the counters. There's so many counters in Japan, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, when I turn my head away, I know you can't hear me well here or here, but when I talk directly into the microphone, you hear me well. Sometimes what I do is I put the microphone on the side of my mouth so that if I turn, it's not too bad. But yeah, I try to keep it as close to my mouth as I can. The 2-finger rule, 2 fingers away from the microphone. This way, I don't have explosive peas. Like if I go up close, Peter picked a pick a pair of peppers. You can hear that. Farther away, Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers. Not as bad. Explosives are very important in anything. You don't want too many explosives or people stop listening. Rule of thumb. But yeah. Yeah, kind of like me with Japanese. I can speak Japanese. I'm not great at it, but I can speak it. I can understand it a little bit, especially when it's in conversation. I'm somewhat okay. So someone said, say, "Anata no name desu ka?" I'll be like, sugo, gomenasai. Watashi no nane run desu. So I know how to say, how to have conversations. Ego desu ka? Which means, can we go, do you know English? That's just being the simplest way. Canadian gin. So if someone asks the who, like where you're from, or like what nationality, I can say Canadian gin. Canadian gin. Sorry, Canadian gin. So I'm a Canadian person, so stuff like that. I know how to do that. Yeah, so kind of like what you said, sweet stuff like I love you. Ashiteru. Good morning would be in Japanese. Ohayou gozaimasu. Or you can use the shorter form if it's more casual. Ohio. For morning. That's what it is. Neighborhood Studios, thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. Hello to you too. I don't think I've seen you on the channel before, so thank you so much for dropping in and saying hello. If you're still here, hey, thanks. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying what I'm doing here. Talking about 3D printing and everything else. It's just a live session of just talking about what's going on in the channel and everything else. So I do appreciate you coming in. Yeah, so same idea, but got off topic again. So I do have a Voron I still have to build. I'm hoping to do those on Wednesdays after I get this last video out. Once I get the video out, then I can start concentrating again. Been a bumpy road. I'm happy to say I'm in better health now than I have been in a long time. I got a great doctor. We finally starting to figure out what the hell's going on with my body. Starting to get to the point, and it's good. I now know where things went bad. I know where things are good. I know that we've gotten a few of those weirdness issues I was having under control. New drugs. Sorry, yawn. Tired. It's been a long day. New drugs, new everything. So it's been kind of good. I'm happy with where progress is going. Yeah. So I got a lot of work still to do here. So I just want to come here and say I'm not dead. That's all this is about. And, I just wanted to chat with you guys and see how you're all doing. It's great to see that people still remember me. Thank you. It means a lot. I honestly do mean that. Every subscriber means a lot to me. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to do some more stuff on Twitch. Dude, Crash, I know you stay up late, but dude, I used to be able to do that. Now around 10 o'clock, I start getting ready to crash. I get up at 6 a.m. in the morning to go to work, so that tells you something. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy my work, but yeah, some days it's just like, I gotta get up and it's so early in the morning. But Yeah, I hear you, man. And thanks, man. I appreciate it. To everyone else, thank you so much for watching. If you're still on this channel, dudes, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And you know what? Really, it's a little secret. I am going to be working on some new projects also. So you're going to see, if you follow my old channel, which was Javon M, and you saw my videos, you're going to see a lot more changeover on that channel. I had to put a post on VA3FUC, which is my ham radio channel. That's my call sign. VA3FUC. Yeah, I know. I'm a little pain in the ass, aren't I? But anyways, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm back doing more videos, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Later, everybody, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for sticking around, and I'm coming back with a new video. Later, everybody, and thanks for watching. I do appreciate it.